Hello and welcome back to CEO.CA's Inside the Boardroom. My name is James Betham and today I'm joined by John Potters, CEO of Visionstate Corp. John, it's great to see you again.
Thank you, James. Pleased to be here.
So if we could start things off with a quick recap for viewers who aren't familiar with the Visionstate story, can you give us a quick summary of the company, some of the history and maybe the elevator pitch for the current business?
Yeah, 100%. So Visionstate IoT Inc. is the main operating division of Visionstate Corp. And it's a company that is in the IoT or Internet of Things business, specifically targeted toward facility management. So what we do is we track cleaning and maintenance protocols throughout facilities, whether it's an airport, a university, any of these very large buildings and institutions is where our software is applicable. And interestingly enough, just recently we did get an endorsement from Queen's University, which is one of the larger universities in Canada, on using our product, which is actually called WANDA. So they use that to make sure that their cleaning staff and their maintenance staff are fulfilling protocols to provide a safe and clean environment for students, frankly, and their parents coming into the university, which was one of the first major public endorsements of our software. And I think it's pretty significant in two ways. Number one is that it's indicative of the fact that it's being de-risked, in a sense, our software. So these companies are quite willing to promote the fact that they're using it to create a safer and better environment. And number two, it demonstrates that there is a fundamental shift in facility management toward analytics and digitalization, and we're on the top of it. So we're very happy with where we're at with our product, and it's quickly expanding throughout Canada and globally, in fact.
Thank you so much for that overview, John. And interesting to hear about the partnership in place with Queen's University, certainly a household name across Canada. I do want to quickly talk about the WANDA product itself. Could you give our viewers an overview of the business model and where are the key areas of revenue growth looking like?
Okay, so great question. We operate as software as a service. So basically it's a subscription-based software where, we charge basically by the user, depending on how many users they have per location. So it's a pretty standard model, if you like, in the software industry. You know what? We're trying to make it affordable for our customers. And this is a key thing because, historically margins in facility management operations are very tight and they're looking at, better efficiency and that sort of thing, which is really what our software, addresses at the end of the day. But it's really evolved. Like we started out, just to give people an idea of what this actually does, we started out as a smart restroom device. And basically what we did, everybody's seen the piece of paper hanging in the wall in a restroom, and we replaced that with a tablet originally. The reason why we did that was actually because the facility we were dealing with had a lot of slip and fall injuries and lawsuits, and they needed a way to defend those that was better than the paper-based system. When COVID happened, what happened was we realized that although we had this smart restroom solution, we really needed it to evolve to be able to track basically anything and everything within a facility. So we embarked on a bit of a revamp, I guess, and focused more on mobile. So what that meant was we could not only track, activities, cleaning, maintenance in restrooms, but in hallways, offices, kitchens, basically everywhere. So we went literally from tracking 10 items into a restroom to thousands of, areas across a campus like Queen's University, for example. So We're now scaled to be able to handle these really large installations. And so, a lot of software as a service models will measure success by subscriber-based growth in, basically the customer acquisition rate. And ours has been going up 50% a quarter, and it's starting to reflect in our financials. So, for example, in our first quarter this year, we showed a modest loss, but a strong growth in sales and a significant reduction in expenses, because now we're moving toward marketing and sales of our product. Our financials also show that, in fact, we have a 90% margin on our software once it's deployed, which is very typical, again, of software as a service models. So we're really at the point now where we're really focused in on this customer acquisition and trying to get, large universities and large portfolios of properties that can implement our technology.
Great. Thank you for that overview of WANDA. I do want to talk a little bit about your recent partnership that you've announced with the Alberta Machine Intelligence Institute. Can you tell us what that partnership entails and what's the significance of this agreement?
Yeah, so great question. Obviously, the topic of artificial intelligence is top of mind right now, not only for software companies like ourselves, but in fact, our customers are asking. It's a bit of uncharted territory because it's new. So we didn't want to be the kind of company that says, well, we're doing AI for the sake of doing AI, right? And a lot are. But the fact of the matter is that we're now dealing with very large institutions, a large amount of data which actually lends to AI applications. So our goal in working with AMI, which is the acronym for Alberta Machine Learning Institute, is to come up with an AI model. Like, think of it as an application that can be applied to, for example, improving schedules. So in facility management, one of the high cost of operations is labor. So how do you optimize that labor? We can now take these very complex schedules, or will be able to, when the model is developed, and optimize that in a way that can save them significant amounts of money. The exciting thing about it is because it's an AI model that addresses schedule optimization, it can actually work in several different sectors. So not only is this significant for WANDA in facility management, but it could actually be used in logistics and other sectors as well. So we're very excited. We were very careful in who we chose to work with on this project. We ended up working with AMI because they're actually one of the globally renowned institutes for research in machine learning. And it's very clear that at the end of this process, we will have a product and own the IP involved. So we're extremely excited. This will bring WANDA to a whole new level. There's no question about that. And it'll solidify our position as an innovator. And in fact, James, we are way ahead of the market on this. The WANDA's been around for 6-7 years. It really almost took, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it took COVID to make it relevant to our customers. And now everybody understands the importance of cleaning, hygiene, and proper maintenance, and the ability to start predicting that in the future, which is where your AI comes in. And that introduces a whole new level of efficiency that, frankly wasn't available in the, pre-AI days, if you like.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting development. And yeah, interesting that you mentioned COVID as being a catalyst there. I guess a silver lining for Visionstate out of all that. I guess beyond just this partnership, looking further ahead through the rest of 2024, what can investors expect in terms of updates from Visionstate?
Great question. So we believe the trend financially will continue, that will continue growing, will be narrowing our loss. So like last quarter, or the first quarter of the year, we had a very, very slight loss, literally one or two contracts away from being profitable, which is huge. Now that's a major milestone for us. There's no question about it. So you can look for improved financial performance, improved customer acquisition rate. We are negotiating with our global partner on how we're going to launch effectively in the European Union and the UK and Asian markets. That's imminent now because there is a general shift in this whole sector toward data-driven analytics, as I mentioned before. We're at the forefront. Our partner is a global company. In fact, they are based in London, England. So it's a logical extension of our company. We're seeing the adoption in Canada go up very high. And part of it actually is driven by the universities themselves. They're now saying to facility management operators that you need technology in order to, win this contract with us. And that's going to require analytics that we can make decisions on moving forward. So financially, it's getting better. Technology, it's getting better, and our reach is growing substantially. So it's actually very exciting times here at Visionstate, no question about it.
Certainly sounds like it's going to be a big year. Excited to see you entering some new markets and continuing to grow the company financially and on the technology side. John, great chatting with you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate your time, and have a great day. Thanks for checking in on Visionstate. Appreciate it.